Shishashinavadi Paśatadeshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauri Bhaktivinoda Vanchakalpatarubhaischa Kripa Chandravesha Patitanam Pavanabha Vaishnavaya Namo Manina Manadana Kirtaniya Sadari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Jai Hari Gopi Jana Vallabhari Yasodanandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kuṇḍe Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kuṇḍe Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Upijan Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasoda Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Na Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaurachandra Bhagavan ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Jai Hari Bol Ananda, Prabhu. 10 minutes? 10 minutes sit. Om Namo Bhagavate Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam. Thirty-six, 37. This is 35, so the other one. 36, 37. 30, okay. Canto 11, chapter 27, text 36, 37.
Taigi 11 giesmė, 27 skyrius ir 36-37 tekstai.
Which one will be here?
Since I'm going in a few minutes, so I won't stream unless anyone else.
No, but which one verse is here?
I won't stream because I'll be going. So
Oh.
anyone else.
Okay. So how do we know which one to recite?
First one we can.
Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Name Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunivadi Paschadya Sutarine Vanchakulpatur Vaischa Kripa Sindhu Bhaiva Chapati Nam Pan Bhaiva Vaishnu Bhaiva Namah Trinada Pishanichena Taruriva Sesunamani Namanadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Krishnaya Vasudeva Devaki Nandanaya Chananda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So it's not there, I just read myself. Okay. Vidhinā vihite kuṇḍe mekhalā-garta-vedibhiḥ agnim ādhāya paritaḥ samūhet pāṇinoditam vidhinā vihite kuṇḍe mekhalā-garta-vedibhiḥ agnim ādhāya paritaḥ samūhet pāṇinoditam. And if I have to do 37, so I will also read that one. paristīryātha paryukṣed anvādhāya yathā-vidhi prokṣaṇyāsādya dravyāṇi prokṣyāgnau bhāvayetamam paristīryātha paryukṣed anvādhāya yathā-vidhi prokṣaṇyāsādya dravyāṇi prokṣyāgnau bhāvayetamam. Okay, so what am I doing? If I am reading word by word, you have? Everyone have? So I don't read? I read? Word by word. Vidhinā, according to scriptural injunctions.
Pagal šventraščių
Oh man,
nurodymus.
you translate. Why you say this? You read all, Mata. You read all.
Sanskrit also, or no? Just translation.
No. The word by word you say everything yourself. You do word by word translation and purport, if there is purport.
Vihite, įrengtoje, kuṇḍe, Aukavietėje, mekhalā-apeiginės reikmenimis, tokiais kaip šventoji juosta, garta, aukuro duobė, vedibhiḥ ir supiltinis altorius.
Jagdish, Haribol. Thank you for everything.
Agnim, ugnis, ādhāya, naudodamasis, paritaḥ iš visų pusių, samūhet turi sudėti, pāṇinoditam savo rankomis, auditam liepsnojanti, Vertimas. Aukavietėje įrengtoje pagal šventraščių reikalavimus reikia atlikti deginamąją auką, naudojant šventąją juostą, aukuro duobę ir supiltinį altorių. Įdegus šventąją ugnį, kad aukuro laužas įsiliepsnotų, sudėtas malkas reikia vėduoti ranka.
So you read the translation from 37 and purport, then all done.
Okay, and also word by word?
No, okay. You don't need.
Patiesęs ant žemės kušo žolės ir pašlakstęs ją vandeniu, garbintojas turi pagal nustatytas taisyklės atlikti anvādhājos apeigą, išdėlioti atnašas ir pašventyti jas vandeniu ir iš šlakstymui skirto indo. Po to garbintojas turi medituoti į mane, kuris esu ugnyje. Komentaras. Šila Dživa Gosvami sako, kad į viešpatį reikia medituoti kaip į aukščiausią sielą glūdinčią aukuro ugnyje.
Done? Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Shishi Nitai Gaur Chandra's blessing we need, Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas to speak on the service of Srila Vyasadeva and to please Prabhupada and reciting the today's morning Srimad Bhagavatam class.
Taigi prašo malonės Šilos Prabhupados, Vaišnavų ir Vyasadevos, kad galėtų paskaityti šios dienos paskaitą.
Okay, so we are reading from the process of deity worship in 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, where Lord Krishna is explaining to Uddhava the process of deity worship.
Taigi mes skaitome iš 11 giesmės 27 skyrio, kuris vadinasi Viešpatės Krišnos nurodymai dėl dievybių garbinimo, kur Krišna aiškina Uddhavai apie dievybių garbinimą.
So in this 11th canto is considered as Uddhava Gita, the instructions given to Uddhava by Krishna.
Taigi šita 11 giesmė taip pat yra vadinama kaip Uddhava Gita. Tai yra Krišnos nurodymai Uddhavai.
Before Krishna departs.
Prieš Krišnai paliekant.
Because now Krishna's departure is from Dwaraka.
Prieš Krišnai paliekant Dvaraką.
And then Uddhava, Krishna is in a secluded place under the tree. Uddhava goes to see Krishna, and that's the time he instructs Uddhava about the renunciation. And many topics are discussed in 11th canto about the renunciation.
Tai Krišna yra nuošalioje vietoje po medžiu ir Uddhava ateina pas jį ir Krišna jam duoda nurodymus apie atsižadėjimą ir kitas temas išdėstęs 11 giesmėje.
Krishna is discussing on 13th chapter Hamsa Guhya prayers. Hamsa Guhya prayers. Yes. Krishna is discussing the modes of material nature to Uddhava in 13th chapter and in 11th canto.
Taigi 11 giesmė 13 skyriuje Hamsa Guhya maldos, kur Krishna paaiškina Uddhavai apie 3 materialios gamtos gunas.
And in chapter 25 he is discussing about the modes of material nature more detail.
Ir 25 skyriuje jis plačiau kalba apie 3 gamtos gunas.
In another chapter he is discussing Avanti Brahmana, how he become renounced.
Ir taip pat dar kitame skyriuje jisai paaiškina, kalba apie Avanti Brahmaną ir kaip jisai pasiekė atsižadėjimą.
And few chapters is about the departure and destruction of Yadu dynasty and Dwarka sinking in the water.
Ir taip pat yra keli skyriai apie tai, kaip Jadų pasitraukė iš šios planetos ir taip pat kaip Dvaraka paskendo po vandeniu.
And how Samba, one of their family members, he was imitating as a there is some activities how it's more in detail how they found the iron, and then the whole destructions of the Yadu dynasty start from there. Krishna made, say it like this, Krishna made his own Yadu dynasty to be destroyed.
Taigi jis toliau paaiškinaudavai, kaip Krišna pats padarė taip, kad ta Jadų dinastija būtų sunaikinta, ir taip pat aiškina apie Sambą ir apie tą geležį, kurį rado, tą metalą.
And how he did it, because these devotees who were Yadukul members, many of them are the incarnated demigods, the demigod incarnated to perform pastimes with Krishna in Yadukul, and many of them were liberated soul came with Krishna to perform pastimes with him.
Ir taip pat aiškina, kad tie Jadų dinastijos nariai buvo pusdieviai, kurie iš tikrųjų buvo kai kurie iš jų išvaduotos sielos ir atėjo į žemę kartu su Krishna atlikti jo žaidimus.
So Krishna seemingly looks like why Krishna's own family members are destroyed. This is done by Krishna himself.
Ir kartais gali atrodyti, kodėl Krišnos šeimos nariai vienas kitą taip naikina, bet tai buvo viskas atlikta Krišnos parėdimu.
So it is said that in Krishna's devotees, they were very loyal, but at this point when time was ending, some of the people, members, his own people, were not behaving nicely. So he was being defamed kind of in the society. So he thought that now is the time where I take the example of this, like analogy of this, and I destroy my dynasty, and I go back to Godhead and liberate them, entire generation.
Taigi Krišnos šeimos nariai atsidavę yra labai paklusnus jam, ištikimi, bet prieš jiems pasitraukiant jie netinkamai elgėsi ir galima sakyti taip teršė jo tą gerą vardą ir šlovę, ir tokiu būdu Krišna grįžo atgal į savo buveinę ir taip pat pasiėmė ir kitus išvadavo.
So they went one place called Prabhas Kshetra, one field like a Kurukshetra, but another place called Prabhas Kshetra.
Taigi nuėjo vietą vadinamą Prabhas Kshetra.
And that's the place where they were intoxicated and they were fighting with the iron rod, all thousands of Yadu dynasties, family members fighting among themselves.
Taigi tūkstančiai Jadų dinastijos narių, jie buvo apsvaigę ir su metaliniu ginklu tarpusavyje kovėsi.
So this way Krishna made a whole dynasty disappeared, and when he was leaving, he sunk the Dwarka city, which was made in 100 square miles. He sunk under the water.
Taigi tokiu būdu, kai jie pasitraukė tą Jadų dinastiją, jis taip pat ir paskandino Dvarakos miestą, kuris buvo 100 000 mylių pločio.
And when Krishna was about to leave this material world, just at that time, it was the time for Kali Yuga to enter.
Ir kai Krišna prieš pasitraukiant jam iš to materialaus pasaulio, tada po to Kali Yuga atėjo.
The appearance of Kali Yuga.
Apsireiškė Kali Yuga.
So at that time, one time he was sitting in this last part, he was sitting somewhere under the bridge, under the tree. And then it says in the 11th canto that some hunter came and is shot in his feet, and Krishna died like this. It's just like they say it's kind of a mythology, but this is the real story.
Taigi jis sėdėjo kažkur po medžiu ir tada atėjo medžiotojas ir pašovė į kulną, koją, ir tokiu būdu pasitraukė Krishna, tokia tikra istorija.
A hunter shot in his feet, and he said people generally thinking that Krishna died just by hunter kill him.
Ir tas medžiotojas pašovė į koją ir žmonės galvoja, kad tiesiog Krišna numirė dėl to, kad medžiotojas jį nužudė.
But Krishna did it, elsewise mentions Krishna these things for na aham prakasa sarvasya yogmaya samavitha mudho ayam. People who do not understand Krishna consciousness or Krishna's bhakti and his disappearance and appearance, he made that pastime for them.
Bet jis sako, kad tie, kurie Krišna padarė šitus savo žaidimus, tiem žmonėm, kurie nesupranta jo apsiriškimo ir pastraukimo.
Those people who thought that Krishna's body is like a human body.
Tiem žmonėms, kurie galvoja, kad Krišnos kūnas tai yra toks pats kaip žmogaus kūnas.
And those people who fools who saw Krishna as like them, like a human body. He was spiritual. He had a spiritual body. He's a spiritual person. He's God. But they saw Krishna like them.
Tai tokie kvailiai, kurie matė Krišną kaip ir pačius save, kad tarsi turi materialų kūną, o iš tikrųjų Krišna turi dvasinį kūną.
So Krishna bewilders them.
Tai Krišna juos taip apgauna.
Same as in a Kurukshetra, when there was a Mahabharata, Krishna saw his universal form to Arjuna, and there were Duryodhana, many devotees, and many people were there, but they cannot see this universal form. But Arjuna can see, and some devotees like Bhishma Pitama and others who were close to Krishna, they can see his form.
Taigi taip pat, kai Kurukshetros mūšio lauke, kai Krišna preiškė savo visatos formą, Arjuna galėjo tai matyti ir kiti, kurie buvo arčiau ten Bhishma ir panašiai, bet Duryodhana negalėjo to matyti.
So, ajo api san avyatma, bhutanam iswaropi san, prakritim samadhisthaya, sambhavaya bhamami atmamaya. Krishna says, I come in this world through my yogmaya potency, and ordinary people are bewildered my appearance and disappearance.
Taigi, Krišna sako, kad aš apsireiškiu šiame pasaulyje dėka savo joga majos galios ir paprasti žmonės yra suklaidinami tokiu būdu.
So devotees who feel and realize Krishna in the personal form, they worship Krishna's deity form.
Taigi atsidavusiai, kurie turi tą asmeninį ryšį su jo, jie garbina jo formą.
With love and devotion.
Su meile ir atsidavimu.
And they follow Krishna's all instructions.
Ir jie seka visais Krišnos nurodymais.
And people who believe he was just normal human being, so they take him as mythology, some great human personality.
Ir tie žmonės, kurie galvoja, kad jis buvo tiesiog paprastas žmogus, jį priima kaip tokią mitologiją, kaip tokią didžią asmenybę tiesiog.
So they don't know what is deity, who is God.
Jie nežino, kas yra dievybė, kas yra Dievas. Because
they think that just Krishna was another human being.
Nes jie galvoja, kad Krišna buvo tiesiog dar vienas žmogus.
Namam duskritu naho purna mudha prapadyante naradham maya pritagyana asuram bhava asrita. There is 4 kind of people, they don't like to understand Krishna. They cannot come to Krishna.
Taigi yra 4 rūšių žmonių, kurie nepatinka Krišna ir jie nesupranta jo.
The gross foolish people.
Tai tokie
Namam duskrito mudha, foolish people. Prapadyante naradhama, people who are foolish, who are lowest among mankind.
Taigi tokie kvaili žmonės, kurie yra žemiausi iš žmonių.
And people whose knowledge is stolen by Maya Shakti.
Ir taip pat žmonių, kurių žinojimas yra pavogtas Maya Shakti.
Who are the 4? Namam duskrito mudha, prapadyante naradhama, Maya pritagyana, asuram, and demonic people.
Ir taip pat demoniški žmonės.
And there is 4 kind of people, they come to Krishna.
Yra 4 rūšių žmonės, kurie ateina pas Krishną.
And they try to understand him.
Ir jie bando suprasti.
Chaturvidha bhajate mam, jana sukritino arjuna, artho jignasu artharthi, gyani cha bharasava. So let's count. A person who is inquirer of knowledge, person inquirer of absolute truth, and person who is inquisitive, and person who is distressed. Is that true? Is this right?
Taigi tie žmonės, kurie nori pažinti absoliučią tiesą, kurie nori...
Yes. Chaturvidha bhajate mam, chaturvidha, 4 kinds of people. Chaturvidha bhajate mam, jana sukritino arjuna, pious,
Tai dorybingi,
inquisitive, pious,
tie smalsūs,
inquiring of the knowledge, inquiring the wealth. Yeah, looking
tie,
for the wealth.
kurie ieško žinojimo ir tie, kurie ieško turtų.
And we devotees are coming from that group.
Ir mes atidavusiai esam iš tų grupių.
Some devotee may be one of them, and some may be mix of 3, some of them 4, but I personally was 4 of them. I came 4 of them.
Taigi, kai kas gali būti tik vienos rūšies, o kiti gali būti miksas, sumaišytas tarp visų rūšių ir prabhu sako, kad jisai yra visų 4 rūšių.
The most prominent was I was in the hospital about to die.
Ir pats toks ryškiausias buvo, kad jis buvo ligoniniai ir netoli mirties.
Intense distress.
Tai labai didelės kančios.
Then Lord Shiva kindly made me devotee.
Ir tuomet viešpats Šiva maloningai padarė jį atsidavus.
Then in ISKCON I started looking for money.
Ir tuomet ISKCON'e ieškojo pinigų.
Okay, now Krishna, so hopefully I'll get some money here to survive.
Ir gerai, Krishna, tikiuosi, kad gausiu čia kažkokių pinigų, kad išgyventi.
But no, instantly chanting lot of rounds in the beginning of Krishna conscious, then I learned this slokas, then I realized it's not so important. Krishna will give anyway.
Tai va, kai pastoju kartoju mantrą ir išmoko daug šlokų, tuomet suprato, kad tai nėra taip svarbu.
So here he says that their devotees should perform sacrifice, fire sacrifice.
Tai čia taip pat yra prašoma, kad atsidavusiai turėtų atlikti ugnies aukojimus.
And then devotee, the pandit, the person who worships the Lord, they are decorated with very brahminical abhushan's, like decorated with brahminical culture, plus the external things in the body. He has to be using all the paraphernalia for personal worship to Krishna, which is conducive to worship Krishna.
Taigi tas atsidavęs turi turėti brahmaniškas tas savybės.
He used all the paraphernalia.
Ir taip pat naudoti visą paraphernaliją tam garbinimui.
A qualified brahmana.
Tai tinkamas brahmanas, kuris turi kvalifikaciją.
And then it says that ignite of sacrificial fire by mantra.
Ir jis įkūrė tą ugnies aukojimo, to laužo ugnį mantros dėka.
That was in Dvapara Yuga.
Ir tai vyko Dvapara Yugoje.
But in Kali Yuga you cannot ignite fire with mantra.
Bet Kali Yugoje jūs negalite uždegti ugnies mantros dėka.
What is the reason?
Ir kokia dėl to priežastis?
Because there's no purity left much.
Nes nėra daug švaros.
But in Dvapara Yuga, the pandit will sit down in the yagya and say, Om Agnahi, and there will be fire.
Bet Dvapara Yugoje išsimokslinis panditas atsisėsdavo ir pasakydavo mantrą ir tuomet atsirasdavo ugnis.
A devotee should bring it to a blaze with wood piled up by his own hands. So he will set up the fire.
Tai jis įkurdavo tą ugnį.
This is all about deity worship.
Taigi tai viskas yra apie dievybių garbinimą.
And then after spreading the kusa grass on the ground and sprinkling it with water, one should perform the anvādhāya ritual according to prescribed rules. Then one should arrange the items to be offered as oblations and should sanctify them with water from the sprinkling vessel. The worshipper should next meditate upon me within the fire. So here is the thing. Deity installation or worshipping the deity, all the procedure which is mentioned here, Brahmana or Pandit utilizes all paraphernalia, sanctify himself, sanctify the place, sanctify the fire, the area, and the people who are around, they should be clean.
Taigi čia viskas, kas aprašyta 37 tekste, Brahmanas apvalydavo save, apvalydavo tą vietą, parafernaliją ir viską naudodavo tam garbinimui ir taip pat visi susirinkusi irgi turėdavo būti švarūs.
So Krishna in Dwarka, we all sit down and we chant japa and all we sit down and we do Gayatri, but we meditate on whom? When we sit down, we meditate on whom?
Taigi mes visi susėdame, kartuojame mantrą, kartuojame Gayatri, bet į ką mes medituojame?
Haribola Ananda. He's running around. Again, the other day I could not sing Radha Madhav because it's so funny. He's running like my mind went to Haribola Ananda. Sorry about that. So in one part where Krishna, when Narad Muni is visiting Dwarka, when Narad Muni is visiting Krishna in different houses in Dwarka city.
Taigi Narada Munis lankė Krišną Dvarokoje skirtingose namuose.
And then Narad wanted to see, oh, Krishna has 16,108 wives in different palaces. So he was just wanted to see Krishna's activities.
Tai kadangi Krišna turėjo 16,108 žmonas, Narada norėjo pamatyti Krišnos tas skirtingas veiklas.
This chapter is quite connected 11th canto to Dwarka because it's Dwarka story.
Ir šitas 11 skyrius iš tikrųjų susijęs su Dvaraka, nes čia Dvarakos ta istorija.
Although Krishna is explaining that to come back to Godhead, to purify yourself, you worship deity worship, you worship me, my deity form.
Krišna aiškina, kad apvalyti save ir kad grįžti atgal pas Dievą reikia garbinti dievybę Krišnos formą.
So Krishna has 900,000 palaces in Dwarka.
Tai Krišna turi 900 tūkstančių rūmų Dvarakoje.
And every 16,108 queens have a different palaces.
Ir visos to 16,108 žmonos turi skirtingus rūmus.
And Krishna has all these queens prior to the at one time Krishna, there was one demon, his name was Bhaumasura, right? Who was that person who Krishna fight and he captured the ladies? And then Bhaumasura. Yes, so Bhaumasura. Krishna, he was a demon, so he captured many young ladies and he just put them in the jail or somewhere. And also many kings, their husbands, whatever. They put them, Bhaumasura put them in captive.
Taigi buvo toks
incinerated.
Demonas Bhaumasura, jisai pavogė tas karalienės ir užrakino kažkur.
And Krishna went and then killed him and he get all the ladies free.
Ir tuomet Krišna nuėjo ir nužudė jį ir išlaisvino tas visas moteris.
So in India the system is that if one night one unmarried girl go out of the house, Prabhupada says if one night one unmarried girl goes out of the house, she not considered as a pure.
Ir Indijoje tokia sistema būdavo, kad jeigu nevedusi, neištekėjusi mergina, jeigu išeidavo nors senai naktį iš namų, jinai nebūdavo skaitoma kaip tyra švari.
Nitai Gaurachandra Bhagwan ki jai and Pujari ki jai. So Krishna he said to the ladies, the ladies said that Krishna, you saved us and nobody will marry us because we are contaminated by Bhaumasura.
Ir tos moteris pasakė, Krišna, tu išgelbėjai mus, bet nieks mūsų neves, nes mes esame užterštos Bhaumasuros.
They were not contaminated, they are all expansion of Srimati Radharani actually.
Žinoma, jos nebuvo užterštos, nes jos buvo Srimati Radharani ekspansijos.
But it's just lila.
Bet tiesiog tokia lila.
So the lady says, nobody will marry us, so who will marry us? So Krishna married all of them.
Taigi tos moteris pasakė, nieks mūsų neves, todėl Krišna visas jas vedė.
And then Krishna also had a principal queens.
Ir taip pat Krišna turėjo ir kitas karalienės.
In Dwarka.
Dvarakoje.
We know the names? Anyone knows the names? Satyabhama, Rukmini, Satya, Jambavanti. Yes, you can do Arti and keep telling. No problem. And who else? Jambavanti, Satyabhama, Rukmini, Satya, Kalindi. Yes, anyone else? 8 of them. 6 or 8, like this. Nagnajiti, something like this. So they are principal queens. 8.
Pagrindinės karalienės.
Yes, yeah. From each woman, each gopis, there were 10 sons and 1 daughter.
Taigi iš visų šitų
That's from 16,000. All of them, 10 sons, 1 daughter. 10 sons, 1 daughter.
Iš kiekviena tų karalienių turėjo 10 sūnų ir 1 dukrą.
And the members of the Yadu dynasty were 56 million.
Ir Jadų dinastijos narių buvo iš viso 56 milijonai.
So 56 million people were living in Dwarka city.
Taigi 56 milijonai žmonių gyveno Dvarakoje.
I may be right. I think 60 million, 56 billion or million. I think it was million, yes. Anyway, I have to reach, it's in a Krishna book. So, when Narad Muni goes, and Dwarka city was exquisitely beautiful. Everything is there. There was no city existing like Dwarka in the entire universe.
Taigi Dvarakos miestas buvo išskirtinai gražus ir visatoje nebuvo tokio miesto prilygstančio jam.
And Krishna just created Dwarka city in one night.
Ir Krishna tiesiog sukūrė Dvarakos miestą per vieną naktį.
When Jarasandha was attacking him, 18 times attacked Krishna, Mathuravasis. Jarasandha attacked Krishna, Balaram, and he wanted to destroy Mathura residence.
Ir kai Jarasandha atakavo Krishną, Balaramą, jis norėjo sunaikinti Mathurą.
And then, so many days he's attacking, and then at the last day, 18th day, another soldier, another big army was coming with Kalyavana.
Ir 18 dienų jis atakavo ir tuomet dar vienas karys atėjo Kalyavana.
And he was bringing 30 million soldiers.
Ir jis atsivedė kartu 30 milijonų karių.
Because Jarasandha could not destroy, and 18 times when Jarasandha attacked, Krishna destroyed all the armies.
Ir Jarasandha 18 kartų atakavo, jis negalėjo jo įveikti, nes Krishnas naikino visas
armijas. So Kalyavana thought, I will take 30 soldiers and destroy these two brothers.
Ir tuomet Kalyavana pasėmė tos karius ir pagalvojo, kad jis tuomet sunaikins šitos du brolius.
And they are Yadu dynasty.
Yadu dynastija.
So Krishna, they decided, Balaram and Krishna, they just open his eyes. Krishna opened his eyes and close his eyes, open his eyes. In Dwarka, they created a city, 100 square mile city.
Taigi Krishna tiesiog užmerkė ir atmerkė akis ir sukūrė miestą, tai 100 000 mylių pločio.
So, before Kalyavana attack, they transferred every single residence, even whatever cats, dogs, whatever there was, every single residence Krishna transferred in the middle of the night to Dwarka, from Mathura to Dwarka.
Taigi prieš Kalyavanai atakuojant, Krishna visus Mathuros gyventojus, net ir kates ir šunis, perkelė į Dvaraką.
And at that time when they everyone wake up in the morning, they saw, this is some other place. They saw beautiful, they're sleeping in the palaces.
Ir tuomet, kai jie atsimerkė ryte, pabudo, pagalvojo, kokia graži vieta, kita vieta, tai rūmai visokie.
And Dwarka city, the entire Dwarka city, there was a permeated fragrance in the air. There was a aroma which permeated whole Dwarka city, but very beautifully smell entire Dwarka city.
Ir visą Dvarakos miestą persmelkė labai skanus kvapas.
And there was waterfalls, rivers, because it was in the sea. So Krishna made Dwarka city so exquisite that there were forest, jungle, birds and all the kinds of animals, and unlimited varieties of fruits and parks, avenues and smelling flowers. Everything the city was fully fleshed.
Taigi tas miestas buvo labai gražiai Krishnai sukūrė, buvo daug krioklių, parkų, džiunglių, paukščiai sklaidė, taip pat buvo ir kriokliai, kadangi tas miestas jūroje buvo.
So Krishna, in every single house, he is doing different activity. One day he was preparing his daughters to get married.
Taigi kiekviename name Krishna darė skirtingas veiklas ir vieną dieną Krishna savo dukras ruošė jas ištekinti.
And one day he was giving charity to many brahmanas, many servants.
Ir kitą dieną jis dalino aukas brahmanams.
And somewhere he's sitting and doing fire sacrifice with his family members.
Ir kitoj vietoje jisai sėdi ir atnašauja aukas į ugnį su savo šeimos nariais.
And somewhere he's playing with his kids and his consort.
Ir kitoj vietoje jis žaidžia su savo vaikais ir savo sutuoktinė.
And somewhere Krishna is helping the older people, older generations, like nursing them, taking care of them.
Ir kitoj vietoje jisai padeda vyresniems žmonėms, juos taip prižiūri, slaugo.
And in one house, Krishna was sitting down. It is said that Krishna was waking up in the morning by the sound of a rooster. Coo, coo, coo. Like that. You know the roosters. Like that.
Ir kitoj vietoje...
Maybe Haribalananda knows how to. Wow, like this. He came here.
Ir kitoj vietoje jis atsikėlė ryte nuo gaidžio to giedojimo pabusdavo.
He's my best friend in giving class together. Haribalananda.
Tai Haribalananda yra geriausias draugas, kaip
anyone of you been to India in this kind of country where in the morning that roosters say? In India, right? When you say nearby, this always 3:30, 3 o'clock something, always rooster will say. This is the nature, this is like nature. They will always, shout at that time. 3 o'clock, 3:30, I think 3 o'clock.
Tai Indijoje apie 3 valandą gieda gaidžiai.
I don't know about Western all if the roosters do know. Oh, they do, okay. Also everywhere.
Here also, yeah.
Okay. But nobody wakes up.
Different sound.
Rooster.
In USA.
Oh, no, see, look, he knows. Maybe the big rooster, eh? He's doing like a big, heavy rooster. So, and Krishna has no alarm clock, no. This is the alarm clock.
Tai Krishna neturi žadintuvo ir tas gaidys yra kaip natūralus žadintuvas.
But then what you might say, what Krishna is doing with the chickens in Dwarka? Generally chickens to be eaten, consumed by, our Kali rascal nature. But what they but Krishna has all kinds of birds existing in this world, but that was for only play, for being dham, being in Dwarka, just for Krishna, living entities. They are his devotees. Every rooster, chicken, whatever Krishna has, they were his devotees.
Taigi tuomet iškyla klausimas, o kaip dėl višto, nes čia toksai niekšiškas mentalitetas Kaliugos, kad valgo tas vištas, bet ten tiesiog gyveno laisvai tos vištos ir gaidžiai ir jie buvo Krishnos atsidavę.
That's for recreation. Recreation means there will be living entities surrounding Krishna as the other places we have.
Ir tiesiog tokiam pramogom atsipalaidavimui irgi kitos gyvosios būtybės gyveno tenai.
So Krishna wakes up by this and he just goes and he takes like fresh water on his face.
Tai Krishna atsikelia, apsišlaksto veidą, vandenį nusplauna vandenį veidą.
And it is said that in a Krishna book that Krishna sat down and he started doing Gayatri.
Ir Krishnos knygoje yra prašoma, kad Krishna atsisėda ir kalba Gayatri maldas.
Okay, now here is the difficult thing. Why Krishna needs to do Gayatri? We are doing Gayatri for Krishna. And we meditating on Krishna. So who's Krishna is meditating on? I mean, he is setting example what human beings should do. So he sit down and he is meditating. But meditating in what? On what?
Taigi Krishna toks klausimas iškyla, kad mes sėdim ir kartojam Gayatri ir medituojam į Krishną, medituojam, o tada Krishna tokį pavyzdį visiems duoda, bet į ką jisai medituoja.
It is said that Narad Muni arrived and Krishna saw that Krishna was meditating some mantra, and after mantra finished, he was doing, because Narad Muni can witness everything, see. And then he said, then Krishna also he sat down and pulled out his Gayatri thread and he was chanting.
Ir Narada Munis matė, kad kai Krishna atsisėdo ir kartojo Gayatri.
So who is he meditating on?
Himself.
Yes. He's meditating on himself. So Prabhupada said, Krishna was meditating on himself. That doesn't mean we meditate on ourselves. We should not meditate on ourselves, like chanting and meditating on myself. No, we meditate on Krishna. We meditate on Krishna, Krishna meditates on himself.
Tai Krishna į save meditavo, bet tai nereiškia, kad toks pavyzdys, kad mes turime save medituoti. Mes medituojame Krishna, o jis medituoja į save.
So, here is the answer for this purport. Krishna is a deity. Krishna is a deity.
Taigi Krishna yra dievybė.
He's a spiritual person.
Jis yra dvasinės
and he's a spiritual body. eternal, full of bliss, full of knowledge.
Ir jis turi dvasinį kūną, tai yra amžina, pilna žinojimo ir palaimos.
So that means Krishna is worshipping himself.
Tai reiškia, kad Krishna garbina save.
And it is says when Krishna worships himself, who is worshipped with Krishna in his body?
Ir taip pat sakoma, kai Krishna garbina save, kas taip pat su juo yra garbinama.
When Krishna worships himself, whom actually he is worshipping?
Kai Krishna garbina save, ką iš tikrųjų jisai garbina?
Yes. This is the detail, very esoteric. Krishna worships, he said that we all worship Krishna, even Krishna's pure devotee worship Krishna, the purest devotee worship Krishna, which is Haladini Sakti. Then Krishna, but still Krishna worships someone, and that's what you said.
Taigi, sakom, kad visi atsidavę garbina Krishną, o jisai Krishną garbina Šrimati Radharani.
Yes, Lord Chaitanya also.
Taip pat ir Viešpatie Čaitanija.
Okay, so now questions.
Taip pat klausimams.
We have right time, 10 to 9, 7 to. There is like, this pastime of Dwarka, I can go for 2 hours. There is many little details from here where the story goes, but it's very nice.
Šitą Dvarako žaidimą iš tikrųjų lektorius galėtų 2 valandas pasakoti su visokiom detalėm ir panašiai.
Prabhu's, what is Brahmachari Prabhu's name? Ram Gopal Prabhu, Hare Krishna. We will be leaving, just wanted to say today we will be leaving. We have to fly. And today is Ekadasi, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm just almost was doing mistake this morning. I was just going to drink oat milk. And I saved myself.
Taigi šiandien...
Haribalananda, I need you. Come please, 3 minutes.
Išvyksta Prabhu.
Oh, okay, do. Oh, you here, that's good. I need your Sangha. Okay, questions? Him and
short question regarding to worship Krishna himself. In which mood? Narayana mood or Gopal, or which mood?
Braja mood, Braja, Vrindavan.
Braja, thank you very much.
He never worships himself as Narayan, but there is Narayan worship pastime somewhere else.
Klausimas buvo, kokioj nuotaikoje Krishna medituoja save.
Actually, you remind me what I will tell you. You give me another point on here. I say. No. The point is, one time, although Krishna was in Dwarka, but he was all the time thinking of Vrindavan.
Kai Krishna buvo Dvarakoje, jis visą laiką galvojo apie Vrindavaną.
So Krishna had so many queens and wives in Dwarka.
Krishna turėjo tiek daug karalienių ir žmonų Dvarakoje.
Krishna was majestic. He was 125 years person, majestic, but he looked like 15-year boy in Dwarka. Age was 125 years.
Taigi jis iš tikrųjų jau buvo jam nemažai metų, 125 metai, bet jis atrodė kaip jaunas berniukas.
But he was just young boy, and Balaram also.
Bet jis buvo tiesiog jaunas berniukas ir Balaramo taip pat.
So Krishna's mind and Balaram's mind was in Vrindavan, although they were living in Dwarka.
Tai Krishnos ir Balaramos protas buvo Vrindavane, nors jie ir gyveno Dvarakoje.
So whatever they were doing activities in Dwarka, it was all directed to Vrindavan, a childhood pastime.
Taigi viską, ką jie darė Dvarakoje, iš tikrųjų visas jų protas buvo nukreiptas į Vrindavaną, jų vaikystės žaidimus.
So one day Krishna was just sitting like this, and all his queens are there, many Krishnas, because Krishna was 16,108 Krishnas. Krishna expanded himself in different palaces in Dwarka.
Taigi Krishna save išskleidė į 16,108 ekspansijas ir buvo tose visose rūmuose.
So the queen said that Krishna Swami, he have to accept that majestic ruling the kingdom. So it says that we are with you, but you are not satisfied. You are always thinking something else, like you are always thinking something.
Ir tos karalienės sako Krishnai, kad nors mes esam, tu čia esi su mumis ir mes su tavim, bet tu vis laiką apie kažką kitą galvoji.
And he was just absorbed in Vrindavan.
O jis tiesiog buvo pasnėręs mintimis į Vrindavaną.
So we all know the pastime where he met together, the Brajavasis and Mathuravasis. What was the place they met together?
Ir mes visi žinome tą žaidimą, kai Vražavasiai ir Dvarakas gyventojai susitiko kartu.
What is that name? Guru Maharaj God, yes. And that's the story where Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, all story episode.
Ir tada ta istorija su Jaganatha, Baldeva ir
Pulling the
Subhadra.
cart like. So, Krishna was always observing there, and also they even created the hallucinative Vrindavan in Dwarka also. Remember that story, like imaginary Vrindavan, Krishna and Balaram created.
Ir taip pat Krishna ir Balaramas sukūrė tokį įsivaizduojamą Vrindavaną Dvarakoje.
So, it was Vrindavan mood always there.
Tai buvo visuomet Vrindavano nuotaika.
Then he has to be majestic also, because this is his duty. Dwarka is duty, but mood was Vrindavan.
Taip pat jis turi būti didingas, nes tai Dvarakos nuotaika, bet jo mintis buvo Vrindavane.
Good point. Anything else? There's many details.
Dar kokių klausimų?
If you can ask question regarding Dwarka and this part, so I can remember more things.
Ir jeigu galite, tada užduokite klausimą apie Dvaraką.
Oh, I can say one more point. When Krishna was 16,108, when he was going to the hall, the hall, like a public hall, it's called Sudharma Sabha Hall, the name.
Ir Krishna į tokį...
He's going for meeting with many people.
Į tokią salę jis ėjo susitikti su daug žmonių.
Annual general meeting, you can say, AGM, annual general meeting, like,
Tai tokių generolų susitikimą.
And you know who was coming there in the hall?
Ir žinot, kas atėjo
All
į
the
tą
Rishi
salę?
Munis from different planets, different places, they all coming. Chaivana Muni, Vyasadeva, and great saints, and many demigods, they all come for the meeting there.
Ir visokie muniai ir šventos asmenybės ir pusdeviai atėjo į tą susirinkimą.
So how can 16,000 Krishna fit there in the hall?
Tai kaip galėjo tie 16,108 Krišnos tilpti tenai?
So this is my question to all of you.
Tai
How he
čia
did?
klausimas jums visiems.
Yes. As soon as Krishna is just on the door, he's just in the door, holding the door to go out, and in front there is one Krishna. That means he merged in one person.
Ir kai jis išėjo iš tų rūmų, tuomet buvo visos tos ekspansijos, bet kai jau buvo prieš įžengiant į tą salę, tuomet jis vėl į vieną tapo tos ekspansijos.
And Indra gave that hall, Sabha hall, Sudharma Sabha hall. Indra gave a gift.
Ir Indra davė dovaną, he gave that
the meeting hall.
Indra tą
It's a gift.
susitikimo tą salę kaip dovaną padovanojo.
So the hall is from the heaven.
Taigi ta salė iš tikrųjų yra iš rojaus planetos.
So when you enter, you are free from birth, death, old age, disease. Inside that, it says in the Krishna book.
Taigi, kai einate į tą salę, tuomet jūs esate laisvas nuo gimimo, mirčių ir ligų.
Okay, more questions.
Dar daugiau klausimų.
We have 2 minutes.
Klausimų.
Gopal. Mark also can ask us.
Jisai paliko savo kažkaip kūną, man atrodo, kažkaip jau ten tą savo materialų kūną paliko čia kažkaip žemėje, net paskui kažkaip dar toliau, tesnis istorija gal sėsis, net apie tai, taip labai ta iliuzija taip veikia, taip sužaidė kažkaip savo kūną paliko, dėl to žmonės ir galvoja, Krishna, jo kūnas čia liko, man atrodo, kažkaip ten.
Could you expand on that story where when Krishna was shot by the hunter and then he left his body and where was the body and
oh
that
yes,
story?
This is beautiful. So in the same 11th canto it explains, and also Garga Samhita also explains. There is many books explain about this. And even there was people usually ask this question in ISKCON, that how was that last episode of Krishna?
Ir šitas aprašymas, šitą istoriją Garga Samhitoje ir Šrimad Bhagavatam, ir dažnai žmonės klausia, kaip buvo ta žaidimas, kai Krishna paliko šią žemę.
But only one answer is prominent I can give, which is, if you can accept, then which means you accept Prabhupada. Prabhupada only gave one answer to this. But there is many devotees who ask, like I found that many devotees oftenly ask this question, that please can you explain how mysteriously Krishna left?
Ir daug atsidavusių klausė, kaip Krišna taip mistiškai išėjo, paliko šitą žemę, o Šrila Prabhupada duoda tokį vieną atsakymą.
And Prabhupada smiled, Prabhupada was walking, the morning walk, they asking that, Prabhupada, can you explain about the Krishna's departure from Dwarka? The hunter is hitting, how the hunter can kill Krishna who have a spiritual body?
Ir tai buvo rytinis pasivaikščiojimas, Šrila Prabhupada ėjo ir šypsojosi, kai atsidavusiai uždavė tą klausimą, kai tas medžiotojas jį pašovė, kaip Krishna paliko šitą žemę.
Prabhupada gave one answer. Krishna's activity is inconceivable and mysterious.
Taigi Šrila Prabhupada davė vieną atsakymą. Krishnos veiklos yra nesuvokiamos ir mistiškos.
And he said, you follow this Krishna conscious philosophy, principles?
Ir jis pasakė, kad sekite Krishnos sąmonės keliu, filosofija ir šitais principais.
And when you become advanced devotee, you automatically understand and see that pastime how Krishna is living.
Ir kuomet jūs tapsite pažengusiai, atsidavusiai, tuomet jūs automatiškai matysite tą žaidimą ir suvoksite jį, kaip Krishna.
Is the same question, same understanding as how there is an argument how the jiva fall from the spiritual world.
Tai tas pats atsakymas, kai yra tos diskusijos, kaip jiva paliko dvasinį pasaulį.
So Gaur Govind Maharaj answer is that when you become realized soul, then you only see, he get a complete answer for that, how jiva comes from this spiritual world, or they are from here eternally. All this argument will be gone.
Ir Gaur Govinda Maharajas duoda atsakymą, kad kuomet jūs tapsite save realizavus sielą, tuomet jūs matysite, kaip jiva palieka tą dvasinį pasaulį.
Why? Because they realized soul, they only can say these answers to devotees who are not realized.
Tai tos realizuotos sielos gali pasakyti tos atsakymus tiems, kurie nėra save realizavę.
So Krishna says in that 11th canto, he says, people saw me namam duskrito mudha, naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samavrita mudho. Fools, they saw me like a human being. For them, I'm just performing this pastime. They want just ordinary hunter. I use this hunter to ordinarily hit me, and I got the blood, and I died, and I left that body, and I'm gone. My soul is gone.
Ir tokiam kvailiam apreiškia tą žaidimą, kad tiesiog medžiotojas pašovė ir tada kraujas ir paliko sielą kūną.
So Krishna's performed pastime body, Krishna's on this planet performed pastime body, it was, it's like Krishna's, this is performed pastime body. But from his body, it is said, mentioned there, from his body, spiritual form, ascending. Ascending means go up, right? Ascending, and all the demigods can see. Pure devotees who were there, Uddhava who was there, all they can see. Demigods, they were showering flowers. But ordinary people only see that ordinary body.
Taigi, tą Krišnos kūną, kurį jis naudojo čia žemėje, kad atlikti žaidimus, tyriai atsidavusiai Uddhava, jie matė ir pusdieviai, kaip paliko, kaip dvasinis kūnas iš to iškilo ir išėjo, o paprasti žmonės tiesiog nematė to.
So here's the answer. The last one I said is the answer. Krishna, ordinary look like that Krishna's body, they got the hair, the blood there, there's the hunter there, but the real body just came out from that body, just went, and that's the spiritual body.
Ir toks ir yra tas atsakymas, kad tas kūnas, kuris kaip žaidimam buvo tiesiog naudotas, tai jis tarsi buvo pašautas ir ten kraujas, o tas tikrasis kūnas iš tikrųjų jis išėjo ir grįžo atgal.
Now here question builds, if Krishna's dead body was ordinary, but Krishna was a spiritual person when he was in Dwarka in that ordinary body. So it was true, Krishna is spiritual when he was in Dwarka, but that body was only for fools who see him as a human, not for devotees.
Ir tuomet klausimas, kaip suprasti, nes sakoma, kad Dvaro, kai Krišna buvo su dvasiniu kūnu, tai kaip čia buvo tas toks įprastas kūnas, materialus, tai sakoma, kad tą materialų tuo momentu apreiškia tik tai tiem kvailiam.
So same story as a Kobla and a Brahmana.
Tai tokia istorija panaši kaip su kobra ir brahmanu.
Kobra who makes the shoes.
Tokiu, atsiprašau, to, kuris batsiu.
Narayan said that Kobra can go back to Godhead, but you Brahmana, you are very learned, but you have some confusion, so you have to stay here and purify yourself.
Tai žodžiu, tas žmogus, kuris batus gamina batsiuvys, jis sakė, kad jis gali grįžti atgal pas Dievą, o brahmanas negrįž.
So your answer is complete spiritual faith on Krishna.
Taigi,
Unbending, uncompromising, undeviating, complete full faith in Krishna, that Krishna is even ordinary person or spiritual, he is always spiritual. That's for devotees.
Taigi tiesiog atsakymas, kad yra pilnas tikėjimas Krishna ir kad tas kūnas apreikštas kvailiam, o tą dvasinį atsidavusiems.
Krishna said that my body ajo apisan avyatma bhutanam isoropisan prakritim. I come in this world in my original form. He said that in 4th chapter Bhagavad-gita.
Ir Krishna 4 Bhagavad-gitos skyriuje sako, kad aš ateinu į šitą pasaulį savo pirminę formą.
And I perform pastime in that original form.
Ir aš atlieku žaidimus toj savo pirminiai formą.
But fools cannot understand me, he said in the next chapter.
Bet kvailiai negali mane suprasti ir tai jis sako kitame sekančiame skyriuje.
So you can take conclusion to this chapter Bhagavad-gita to the last ending departure. So that's only for ordinary people who cannot understand Krishna.
Ir galite šitą išvadą Bhagavad-gitos taip pat pritaikyti ir šitam žaidimui, kai Krishna pastraukė, kad tai tiesiog kvailiam, kurie
There is no blood. There is no blood in the spiritual body.
Tai nėra jokio kraujo dvasinėme kūne.
So that's only for us. Like if you think you are human, you are human, so we want to see your blood. So for them, Krishna just saw some blood.
Ir tiem kvailiam, kurie galvo, kad jis tiesiog žmogus, taigi norėjo, kad jie žino, kad žmogus turi tą kraują ir tiem kvailiam yra preiškia.
Okay, no problem. Today is Ekadasi. You can speak a little bit. Good.
Lord Jagannath, like Lord of Universe, and somebody say, I don't know, maybe you also heard that Krishna's body kept, and it's when they do Navakalevaram in the Puri, so they transfer like Jagannath's heart. It's actually there's a part of Krishna's
I heard
body.
this. I also heard this.
Is that true?
I don't know about it because I cannot speculate, but I just heard many times like this.
Taigi girdėjau tokią istoriją, kad iš tikrųjų dalį Krišnos kūno paliko ir taip pat yra Jaganatho širdis.
Maybe Rasika knows. I mean, I heard, but I can't speculate here because what I'm saying right now is just I'm reading from book. I'm telling even about this departure of. I mean, there is more detail of Krishna's departure. I read in Mahabharata and different places, Garga Samhita. But this for now is in my mind only this much. I can't speculate more. But this is a very amazing point you said.
Taigi nenoriu spekuliuoti, bet tai labai įdomus momentas.
So maybe the Jagannath devotees have that empowerment. Krishna is very close to them, giving them. But I mean, who are we to transfer Krishna's Jan, Pran to another Pran like this? But I know we can do because all the installation of the deities, the Brahmins do. So Krishna, we did in Norway. There was an installation of deities in Norway. She same Gaura Chandra. So one Pandit, I mean he's from Poland, whatever. So he did like 5 days process. And in 5 days, he was putting Gaunita inside the rice one day inside the ghee, one said big abhishek, and we were all exhausted. So I said, why are you doing this? He said, this is Pran Pratishtha, Prabhu. Pran Pratishtha means the Lord will come. Oh, sorry.
Tai buvo dievybių instaliacija Norvegijoje ir vienas brahmanas iš Lenkijos lygtais, jisai 5 dienas vykdė tą visą instaliacijos procesą, tai dievybės į ryžius, dėjo ghee ir panašiai ir tokiu būdu pasikviesdamas Krishną reikšti.
But then he did installation. Now there's a lot of people coming. Is an installed deity now.
Ir jis atliko tą instaliaciją ir dabar daug žmonių ateina ir jau yra tos instaliuotos dievybės.
Then he recited the mantra.
Tuomet jis tą mantrą sakė.
And then we found out that mantra is connected to when Vasudeva Devaki did 12 celestial years tapasya, austerity for 12,000 years.
Taigi ir ta mantra iš tikrųjų yra susijusi su, kai Devaki ir Vasudeva jie atliko tas askezes 12,000 metų.
Okay, this is your answer actually. This is part of your answer.
Taigi iš tikrųjų tai yra dalis atsakymų jūsų
Not exactly
klausimų.
Jagannath, but this is answer how Krishna comes.
Taigi netiksliai apie Jaganathą kalbama, bet apie tai, kaip Krishna ateina.
So Vasudeva Devaki, they prayed Krishna for 12,000 celestial years by only eating the dry leaf from the ground.
Taigi Devaki ir Vasudeva 12,000 dangiškų metų meldėsi, kad Krishna apsireikštų ir atliko askezę, tiesiog lapus nuo žemės valgė.
And I think the last few years they only were drinking the air, surviving.
Ir paskutinius kelis metus jie tiesiog tik kvėpavo ir viskas.
For only one purpose.
Dėl vieno tikslo.
That, oh God, please come in our home as your son, as our son.
Tai o viešpatie ateik į mūsų namus kaip mūsų sūnus.
Please descend in our family as a son.
Tai apsireiš mūsų šeimoje kaip mūsų sūnus.
So he had 3 births, Dronadhara, Krishna and Sutapa, Vasudeva Devaki. Then Krishna explains when Krishna appeared, he says, you were my parents 3 times.
Ir iš tikrųjų 3 kartus buvo Krishnos tėvai Devaki ir Vasudeva ir praeitais gyvenimis.
Sutapa, yes, good. I need you. Sutapa and what? Sutapa and Prishni, right. And Drona and Dhara.
Sutapa ir Prishni ir Drona ir Dhara.
So they same Vasudeva was different names in different times.
Taigi, sako, kad Vasudeva ir Devaki turėjo skirtingus vardus skirtingais kartais.
Vasudeva Devaki, this was their different names in different millennium.
Taigi, tai buvo jų skirtingi vardai skirtingais tais laikais.
He said, now, because you worship me as the Lord, so I just come and show you my Vishnu form, that I was the person you were worshipping for son.
Taigi, jis tiesiog tą apsireiškė savo tą formą ir pasakė, kad aš esu...
I am the person you are worshipping, so here I see my form, Vishnu form.
Tai aš esu tas žmogus, kurį jūs garbinate, todėl jūs matot mano formą.
And then, because Kamsa was attacking, so I think they requested to become a boy. That's what happened?
Ir dėl to, kad Kamsa atakavo...
Go from boy... Yeah, I think there is something there where he says that then he saw his baby boy Krishna form.
Ir ta pamatė tą gimusio berniuko Krishnos formą.
So here it is said that how the deity came, the prana pratishtha, as Prabhu said.
Ir tuomet tai yra paaiškinama, kaip ta dievybė atėjo prana pratishtha.
In the jail of Kamsa,
taigi Kamsos kalėjime,
first Krishna came in the mind of Vasudeva.
Pirmiausia, Krishna atėjo į Vasudevos protą.
From mind of Vasudeva it went the heart of Vasudeva.
Tuomet iš proto į širdį.
And from his heart of Vasudeva went to Devaki's mind.
Ir tuomet iš Vasudevos širdies atėjo į Devaki protą.
And from her mind went to Devaki's heart.
Ir toliau iš jos proto į jo širdį.
And from heart it seemingly looks like pregnant in the womb.
Ir iš širdies tai tarsi atrodo, kad tarsi laukėsi iščiose.
But it was a lila.
Bet tai buvo lila.
Krishna appears. He doesn't take birth from ordinary person.
Tiesiog jis apsireiškia, jis negimsta.
This is all like a past. And from there, Vasudeva take Krishna to Gokul, and that Krishna merged into original Krishna who was in Gokul.
Ir tuomet Krishna buvo nugabentas į Gokulą, ir tuomet iš ten Krishnas susijungė į savo pirminę
merge inside means that original Krishna was in Gokul.
Į pirminį Krishna, kuris buvo Gokuloje.
So this is deity worship.
Taigi tai yra dievybių garbinimas.
It's such a detail. There is more in Garga Samhita detail given, which is translated by, you can read this Tanvir Goswami. He explained very nicely with Kusakarta Prabhu. I read that book like really high, good book. Garasam. It's not, it's esoteric, but in Krishna, like Krishna book, one more detail.
Taigi Garga samhitoje, kuri išversta Danavirgo Swamio, yra daugiau detalių.
Okay, anything else?
Yes. Who was hunter in the previous Lilas? I knew.
Or the hunter who shot Krishna?
Yes, I knew, but forgot completely.
I also forgot. Right now. I also read.
Klausė, kas buvo tas medžiotojas.
Jara? Name was Jara.
But he was somebody.
Somebody, yeah.
Important.
Yeah, there was some revenge something.
Yes.
Revenge story. I will remember. Maybe I have to read this. I can't remember now.
Taigi klausė, kas buvo tas medžiotojas praeitose
That's good what you said. It's written there.
Yes. I read as well, but forgot completely.
Mark, you have any questions? You are saying? You are saying to something?
Intrigantas kažkoks.
You were raising hand. I thought you had one question. No?
No,
Okay. Anything else? Any point? Today is like Ekadasi, there is a full fast till 12 o'clock. Here is Prasadam.
Yes.
Oh, Prasadam, like normal. Okay. I was going more because I thought we're just doing fasting, so we read this. Any other points? 1 minute, 1 second. Anything? Any other points you remember? From here, from somewhere? So you said your questions is already answered in this. Okay, there was something to be known. Okay. There's more detail. You can go for 7 hours, this Krishna Katha.
Tai galima 7 valandas šnekėti šitą Krishna Katha.
This is good. We did, in our travel recently, in Norway, Latvia, I was sit here, but we did together class. It was very nice. Like, I speak a little bit translation and paper, and then we all discuss, and everyone is involved. So nice, actually.
Taigi, Norvegijoje ir Latvijoje buvo tokia bendra paskaita, kad prabhu paskaitydavo ir šiek tiek pašnekėdavo, ir tai visi prisijungdavo ir diskutuodavo.
And everyone was so enlivened because no one bored, tired. Everyone have said to say something.
Visi buvo labai gyvybingi, niekam nebuvo nuobodu ar nebuvo pavargę, nes visi kažką pasakydavo.
Okay, thank you very much. Shri Nitai Gaurchandra Bhagwan, Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, and devotees of Lithuania. Today we are flying away somewhere. Ekadasi day, what to do? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Nitai.